Good day everyone, so whilst I was on vacation in the Far East, I got my butt kicked by the Raiden Shogun and she stole my waifu Kokomi, so that wasn't the best start to a vacation. Eventually though, I hatched a plan and I basically got Kokomi and rescued her from the Raiden Shogun's stronghold, and whilst we were trying to escape via boat, the Shogun found us and she was like, nope, you are not gonna go anywhere for the next kind of eternity, so I had to unfortunately leave Kokomi in the rowboat. Hopefully she'll find her way back to Watatsumi Island whilst I stayed behind and fought bravely against the Shogun. Alright everyone, so if you don't know what we're talking about, this is a game that is currently available on Hoyo Lab. It was a game that was presented at Hoyo Fair, and if you have a Hoyo Lab account, well, you can play this game and get an exclusive avatar frame for your account. This is what a lot of us thought when we looked at this game. We were really excited about it, but let me just state it up front. This game, whilst looking incredibly simplistic, whilst not having a lot of depth in terms of the amount of controls and stuff, is actually extremely difficult. This game took me the better part of about 6 hours to complete, and whilst it was really fun and exciting, it did get tiring after a while, but I did complete it and I rescued Kokomi, so I'm really happy in that regard. Now, as you guys can see, the game itself starts off very simplistically. There is a bit of a tutorial here that tells you, okay, this is how you jump, this is how you dodge, this is how you attack. And if you're like me, you'll spend about 20 minutes just trying to get onto the first ledge, but eventually you'll make it and you'll be able to see what the game is really all about. And I can actually summarize it for you. Effectively, you need to become stronger in order to beat the Raiden Shogun. You do this by collecting health in the overworld and by participating in Lenny and Lynette's magic show in order to get more and more like attack power, and that'll help you to definitely beat the Shogun later on. But in order to do so, it's kind of a long journey. You need to fight against a lot of waves of mobs and you only get one chance to do it. So what I mean is, if your health at the top like depletes, you're eventually gonna die. So this game kind of encourages you in the beginning to explore in order to get health, which is something I didn't know at the time. So an under like healthed me, I don't know if that's a word, was trying to fight these enemies, and obviously I got my butt kicked. But as you can see, what I was trying to do in the beginning, you can see now I've got 7 health bars, was just trying to feel out what the enemies are like, what their attacks are like, how I should dodge or iframe. Here with Lenny is a very good example. He has all of these explosions and he's got all sorts of gimmicks, and you really need to fight him quite a number of times in order to get a feel for how he is going to react. This is a common theme in the game. You don't just hop on and beat the enemies first try. You need to really feel out for like the randomness of their attacks, when they're going to pop up, what they're going to do, what the hitboxes are, how the collision works. There's quite a lot of skill at every single point that you need to master before being able to go on and complete the rest of the game. It is very challenging, and I think it was so challenging that when I read some of the comments, there was just like a load of complaints from people because they wanted the rewards obviously, but you don't get the rewards if you don't actually do the challenge. And I feel really bad because you can really understand that for a casual audience this game is way too difficult, and it doesn't look like it. It looks very simple, but trust me, once you try it, it's very hard. In any case, once you start mastering the mechanics, including double jumping, being able to phase through your enemy attacks, which is a very late game kind of thing, the game becomes really fun, especially here fighting against Shogun. It took me many attempts to get to this level. So what you're seeing right now, being able to dodge her attacks, being able to iframe at the perfect moment, this is not easy. This is a hard fought victory. Even stuff like that, you could easily lose a health point right there from that little counter or sneaking counter attack that the Raiden puts in. But all of this was really worthwhile learning eventually, and when I got to rescuing Kokomi, it was incredibly satisfying. So if you guys were interested, check out the game, let me know what you think, and hopefully you can also rescue Kokomi.